In Farming Simulator 22, there's many crops at your disposal, many different things to farm, many different things to sell and produce. A consensus and common thought among many of the players of Farming Sim 22 is that the root crops are some of the worst. The potatoes, the sugar beets, they take an incredibly long time to plant, an incredibly long time to harvest, and are overall just a big hassle to even deal with, man. Because of these downsides, a lot of farmers actually don't even make these at all. They never even plant potatoes, they don't even try them out. Well, that might be the consensus of a lot of farmers. That's where I'm different, man. Welcome to the potato farm. At the Iowa Plains map, a beautiful modded map as I run over a sheep. Excellent intro. An absolutely beautiful modded map and the grounds for our potato revolution. Right here, you can see a quick top-down flyover of our farm here. It is absolutely beautiful. And while it might have a few things, aka those grain silos right there, that won't be used for potato production, I mean, just look at this map. It is absolutely beautiful. Including the two fields to the left and the right and the big one below me, this is all ours to start with, man. While potatoes definitely are a hassle, definitely are something that you might want to avoid, it's something I've always wanted to do. I mean, just look at the YouTube name below, man. I'm MisterTaters. This is in my blood to do. Our general goal here, cover this entire absolutely gorgeous map with potatoes. I want to farm every single plowed field already on this map with potatoes. I want to cover this map. I want it all the same color, man. While I have a few more of the official rules in my Discord, link is below in the description. The basics are, the only thing I'm really going to be farming is potatoes, as you might gather from the title of this video. While I won't be showing off every single piece of equipment you start with here, I do have a couple of harvesters on the right, a couple of planters on the left, a few tractors, planters, all that sort of good stuff. Now, the one exception to the rule that I just made about potatoes only is I am going to do a little bit of sunflower farming. The reason behind it, and one of my favorite parts of this map, is there's actually a fry production. You can take potatoes and sunflower oil to make fries. While that isn't something I'm going to do right away in this series, I'll definitely be working towards that because we're going to need a lot of money to be buying up all these map plots, man. So, do you think you have what it takes to be a potato farmer? I don't know if I do, but let's find out, man. As I said, I have some starter equipment here. I mean, this map is just beautiful. I'm going to start with $500,000 in my pocket and a bit to own here. While that might seem kind of forgiving and easy, I can assure you planting and harvesting pretty much nothing but potatoes is going to be extremely punishing. So don't worry, there will be plenty of punishment to come. We got us an absolutely beautiful John Deere tractor here. We're an American farm and we use the Deere. While it might say that it's year 2, I just wanted to start in the March when we can get planting, and that's exactly what we're gonna do here, man. I got our nice big planter here ready to roll. One interesting thing that I think I will actually be showcasing here is I do have a modded harvester, I do have a modded planter here. Those will make things just a little bit easier, but I thought it would be interesting to kind of compare the two, using the big modded one or using the best harvester of the base game for potatoes. On top of that, also using the best planter for potatoes from the base game. So it'll be kind of an interesting thing to have side by side, where we can see just how unforgiving the base game really can be with potatoes, and how modding can make it at least slightly easier. But still pretty punishing, man. So we got yet another Deere tractor here. I'm actually just gonna hook both these bad boys up and we'll just get them right next to each other. Both planters on this beautiful March morning. It does actually start with a standard harvester as well in here, a nice combine, a nice Case IH 7150. On top of that, we do have a header over here and a trailer for cutting those sunflowers, but that is the only thing we'll be doing besides potatoes, and that's just simply for the production purposes. I want to make them French fries, man. So one fun thing about farming potatoes is you can actually use them as seeds, but seeing as we don't actually have any yet, we're gonna have to get some regular seeds. So I think I will go ahead and just drive into town town, grab us some seeds, and get this all started, man. We'll give us a minute to appreciate just how beautiful this map can be. We actually have a little bit more to our farm up here, and while some of it isn't completely needed, just like this cow barn to the left, I won't be farming cows, I won't be making hay, which is a hay loft over there. I just thought it looked really nice, so I left it in. Might be something, if I need some money later, I could sell to make way for more fields, or just the ability to buy a little bit more. I think for the time being though, I'm gonna leave it. This is one of those maps where they do just an amazing job of blending in where the map starts and ends. Like, the horizon just looks so good, and you can't really tell what's on the map and what's not from a distance. Some of it is better than others, you know, you can see some kind of flat images here and there. But I mean, look how pretty all this is, man. This is all modded map in Iowa, the Iowa Plains view. Several of you might have already played on this map, I'm not quite sure. It's pretty popular, but I'm pretty new to the modded map scene, to FS22 in general, so some of my first time seeing it, and I gotta say, very impressed. Extremely beautiful map. We got the vehicle store right here on our left, not too far away, so we will just get a few bags of seed and get back to our potatoes, man. The bags were a little more big than I remembered there. This truck really flies. It is a fast truck. So I am just flying down the highway. Real excited looking at all this land and just thinking about how it might be ours someday. I mean, just over there, you can see my farm already. Those grain silos are definitely gonna be overkill for the amount of sunflower that I will be farming. We'll be doing a little bit here and there. Might even plant a field or two of it today. But we will get off to a nice start. I mean, that farm is just absolutely beautiful, man. The perfect grounds for a potato revolution. I'm excited to just get this going, get this started, man. Just get out in them fields and get it all planted to start with. All right, you can see we're already filling up. We're definitely gonna need a few more runs of them seeds, man. We got us an extremely big field here. You can see alone just this field right here is 33 acres. So we have quite the task ahead of us here. So just a reminder, this is absolutely the biggest planter that you can get in the base game. So yeah, just keep that in mind as things are going here, as we're looking at 33 acres of field, and I'm lining this up. By the way, our fields are looking excellent, fully fertilized, so we don't have to worry about that too much. We can just get these potatoes in the ground, man. So we'll get it all lowered down, and I mean, I think it's time to get going here, man. Let's take us a look here. Oh yeah, look at that. Potatoes are growing. Oh man, I mean, we're driving here. Look how much we have to do. Oh boy, what was I thinking, man? How many minutes in this challenge? I'm already questioning all my life decisions. But this is why we have multiple planters. This is why we have a big setup. That's why I didn't feel too bad starting with so much equipment on this map. I mean, part of it is you start with this absolutely beautiful field, so how can I not, right? But I'm loving those rows of potatoes, and I'm doing my people proud right now. The taters of the world must be recognized. So while it might seem kind of weird to do, we need to go pick up more seeds, man. So I think I'm actually just gonna get an AI hired right away. Get that thing planted, man. Get them potatoes in the ground. Alrighty, more seeds to be acquired here, man. Okay, was just able to make it work, getting 3 bags at a time. Unfolded the back of this bed here in this truck, and we're back in action, flying down the road. This truck got some power to it, man. We are flying, even with 3,000 liters of seed bags in the back there. I mean, we got to go right around this guy. He going too slow for me. Farmer cannot wait. Whoa, maybe I should be waiting. Yeah, maybe taking a left going about 70 miles an hour and completely jerking the wheel like that. Not my best idea. So I just wanted to see how this dude's doing here. Probably could use some more seeds. Maybe I'll get him here at the end, get it all refilled. But we're just getting a little taste. While that other planter definitely has a bigger work width there, the green one. Oh, look at that, it's already empty. Okay. While that one over there is definitely bigger working width. This is just a little taste taste of what it would be like to do this completely unmodded. We are gonna drive over some of these fresh roads, which I don't like to do, but we need more seeds, man. What can I say? Okay, got us a few more seeds, and I think it's time to break out the big guns. Well, this definitely isn't like a lifesaver or anything. Compared to the working with on that other one, this is kind of a godsend. So we'll get it all lined up. We got our big double wheel John Deere out here, ready to roll. Hey, I mean, it's not as bad as the other one, man. Oh boy, that's a lot of field. What have I gotten myself into? Now we'll have fun with it. I'll probably be utilizing the AI a lot for this series, but you know, you gotta get in here, you gotta get your feet a little wet sometimes and just get them potatoes in the ground. And we actually have a bit more planting to do today. I wanted to get at least like a field or two of sunflowers. The sooner we get that nice sunflower oil started, the sooner I can get French fry production going. So we got a nice John Deere 7810 here. Much smaller thing, maybe about 180 horsepower, nothing crazy, but more than enough to run our planting setup here. You can see it's pretty small, but we're not doing a crazy big amount of sunflower farming, so it works just fine for me. All right, we got our funky little setup here. We can just go grab some seeds. I was able to grab some more, get them here on the farm. And you can see we got a nice planter going out there. He's making good progress already. You know, haven't actually used one of these planters before, so looks like the front holds fertilizer, so I could be fertilizing at the same time. However, I think our fields are all fully fertilized already, so that's nothing I need to worry about quite yet. So I will probably just get that dropped back off in the barn here and get just a little bit of sunflowers planted. This is gonna be a pretty easy setup to upgrade from eventually, at least this, you know, this little planter, this little tractor, but it's pretty decent to start. I'm thinking of our fields here, we got a good 8 acres down here and a good 11 acres up here. I was thinking about just making both of these sunflowers. I don't think that'll be too difficult or anything, and we'll just get over here and get started, man. You can see we got sunflowers selected there. We'll get this all lined up, learning the tricks with all of these all of this new equipment, man. All right, we got it going there. Heading back here, and I mean, look at that. Sunflowers planted. Needs rolling, but we probably won't worry about that. Coming over from the Broke to Billionaire series, which if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go give that a watch. I'll try to put a card in the top right there. But that has been the main series of my channel, so it's been a lot of fun trying to get to $1 billion. Very challenging, very long, challenging process. We got a solid amount of episodes thus far. Go check it out, definitely, if you haven't yet. But coming over from that, it has been very jarring getting used to all this new equipment, this new field and everything. I've just spent so long with all of the equipment that I've kind of cobbled together in the Billionaire series that it's really refreshing to come over to such a beautiful modded map with all this equipment and just such a different setup. But I think it's just really, really nice, really a lot of fun, and a good little change of pace. Not that that series is ending or anything like that, just the two of these together makes for a pretty fun little combo for me. While I don't think the difficulty of this challenge of getting potatoes on literally the entire map here is going to be anywhere close to getting $1 billion on hard economic difficulty, this will still definitely have its challenges. I mean, you can see already some of the working with of the potato stuff. Some of that stuff is literally like the highest end stuff that you can get, at least in the base game. Also, speaking of which, I'm starting to recognize potatoes everywhere. Look at that. They got potatoes growing right there. It's crazy how difficult and time consuming the potatoes really can be, even with the best equipment in the game. So I definitely think this will be an interesting challenge, a new twist, a new angle on something to do in Farming Sim. And I haven't seen a lot of people focus on potatoes too heavily, probably because of the reasons I just outlined. Going against the grain a little bit, trying to make it work, trying to make it happen, and trying to have, you know, just a bit of fun with the process. I don't want it to be completely miserable, hence why I'm using a few mods here and there to aid the process. But if you guys enjoy this type of challenge, it's the exact type of thing I will be making a lot more of. So if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe down below. Let me know what you think of the challenge. And if you guys have any interest in doing it yourself, let me know how you decided to start, what map you decided to go on, all sorts of stuff. All right, we're making some good progress planting here. I was a little worried about the seeds at the beginning. I didn't think I would quite have the capacity, but this is actually making it last pretty well. Granted, it's not like a huge field, but still, it's working pretty good so far. Okay, just checking up on this guy. I did have him make way for other equipment to be running along this track, which is where this guy comes in. I think I will just go down there and get started. I think I'll just head in there and assist this AI and get planting, man. Might be one of the only times I have at least these two pieces working on the same field, but right now we don't have any other fields to plant besides that guy over there, and I might make that one sunflower as well. Now, since we're starting with a bit of money in our pocket, just under 500k, I might even just end up buying another field. I saw at least one is planted with potatoes, so I mean that just saves us a little bit of time, makes it so I don't have to go back and forth planting here, and I can just focus on getting it harvested later this year. Definitely gonna be a little bit more of a chill series. There's just not gonna be as much day-to-day to do. It's gonna be very busy planting seasons and harvesting seasons, and we'll try to get some of those productions going as well, like I talked about earlier, namely the French fry one, which sounds like a ton of fun. Once we get more into that, it'll be more about transportation, and obviously we'll get a bit busier as we get more fields and more farms to take care of. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun to mess around with root crops. I literally have never farmed potatoes or even sugar beets beyond some contracts in the Billionaire series where I covered each of those. That's it though, and it really didn't give me a start to finish sort of look at it or anything like that, so this will be all new and very exciting. I hope you like a nice chill series with some intrigue, with some challenge to it, with a little bit going on, a little bit different than what you might see from some of the other series I've seen out there. Really haven't seen people touch potatoes very often, at least. Alright, looks like our sunflower worker just ran out of seeds as well. So we will hop on over, grab some more. Making good progress planting here. You can see this guy right here making a little pass, missing a little bit as always. This first initial plant will probably be a little bit messier than future plants. One of the biggest things is I'm not gonna have to buy seeds once I get harvesting them potatoes. Now we do have quite a bit of storage for it. This building right here on my right is actually a gigantic warehouse that you can just dump potatoes in. It's kind of wild. I don't know how much I'm going to use it. Maybe if I end up just with a ridiculous amount of potatoes, because I actually have a root crop storage right up here on the right between the silos and that red building. You can just dump potatoes in there and then take them out the other side, and I'm pretty sure it has a huge capacity as well. So I got some boys from the delivery store to bring out some seed because we are just going through it today, man. We're using a lot more seeds for planting all those potatoes. I mean, it makes sense. Look how big that field is. The sunflower definitely takes a whole lot less. So we got them filled up and we'll get it back going here. And one thing I did notice about this place is it has collectibles, and I just happened to be in my truck here, looked down and saw this little guy here, Tractor Turbo Challenge. Bo-bo-do. Many years ago, a software company buried their entire stock of unsold video game cartridges in this region. Try and find all of them. You found the Tractor Turbo Challenge game cartridge, just 19 more to go. Okay, that's pretty awesome. See, this is a great map, man, and I get to play my favorite jingle again. Anyone who's been watching the Billionaire series is probably very sick of that by now. So just finishing up the very first planted field, which is actually sunflower. No surprise that this finished first. This is the smallest of all of our fields. Right after this, I will get on over to the fields that are just past the silo right there, and we'll get that one planted with the sunflower as well. Probably pick up a little more seed on the way there, but yeah, should be pretty easy. Loving how this farm looks. A lot of space to grow. Can still put down a decent amount of stuff if we want. Mostly untouched. I really didn't do too much to what the mod creator already had here. This is the starting farm, and I just found it really awesome, so that's why I decided to go with it. Feels a little wasted doing like only potatoes with several of these really cool buildings. Like, I love that cow pasture they made. That looks really cool with the big red barn and everything. It's unfortunate we'll never be using it, but that's just how it goes. And we are just getting them spuds in the ground, man. I'm running a little low on this planter. We'll get it refilled here, and yeah, just keep the plant going, man. Might as well refill it while I'm over here. We got the truck ready to go for any emergency fill-ups needed, but I'll probably just dump the rest of these bags in here. Excited to not have to fill up this way in the future. We do have that storage right over there for future potatoes, and that'll be a nice little refill point. We have some auger wagons there that I'll be able to use for like field delivery. It's gonna be pretty cool. Obviously also useful while harvesting, but you know, multi-purpose. I'm planting here, and I just noticed this dude here to my left. What is he doing? He is watching me plant this, I guess. He's enjoying the view. He's a big sunflower fan, I suppose. Well, and just like that, he left. Okay, he wasn't a fan of my sloppy headland pass, I suppose. Can't blame him too much for that one. Really looking forward to this production we got on the horizon. Haven't even made sunflower oil before, and on top of that, making french fries is a brand new production. The base game does not have any sort of potato production, which is a bit unfortunate because obviously potatoes are used for so many things. You think they would have more support for them, especially with it being such just a terrible crop to farm. We'll do what we can, and we will serve the world french fries with our potato revolution. The potato takeover of the Iowa plains has begun. Emergency seed delivery needed stat. Having the extra vehicle, so nice for stuff like this, man. Get it up nice and close there. Get it all refilled, man. All right, just wrapped up planting all those wonderful sunflowers. Still doing a lot of the potato planting over there, but I think we'll just go ahead and get this put away. Still getting the lay of the land here on the farm. Gotta remember where everything is, man. Stopping in the middle of the intersection because that's just what I do. You can see right here, these fields are looking wonderful, growing, 98% yield bonus, 100% fertilized, and those guys will just be ready to go. I don't need to do anything else for the sunflower fields until harvesting season. It's not the biggest working width planter in the world, but it's usable by this John Deere right here, which is about 180 horsepower. Is useful on its own, and I don't think we're ever gonna have like the biggest setup for sunflower because this is a potato focused series, man. Just be doing a few fields to feed into the oil mill to get our productions going. We gotta make those french fries, man. No other option. And making slow but steady progress here. We'll get there when we get there. Just a little bit more left to do. Big gigantic field, even with 2 planters. Good 30 acres of potato planting to do, and I am already afraid of harvesting season. We'll see what happens when we get there. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and drive through here, get this all planted, maybe do a little bit of a time lapse for y'all. I'll talk to y'all again when this is a little more planted. We are making fantastic progress here on this March morning. This is a big field. This is a big field. It's taking a while to plant. We got a little strip over there I missed earlier, but we'll get back to it. I'm gonna need to refill the potatoes very soon. Looking forward to future plants where I can just bring out the potato auger wagon, fill these boys up, and they can continue. I'm thinking in terms of the future, I'm gonna need more planters, man, because these fields are gonna take forever. There's some pretty big fields on this map. It's not a small map. I didn't make things easy for myself in that way, but gonna need some more of these planters, these green ones specifically. I don't know about that red one over there. It might not make the cut. You can see we got a few weird rows here and there, but you know, growing pains. Brand new farm, brand new me, brand new taters in that field. At the end of the day, them potatoes are gonna be sprouting and I'm gonna be harvesting them up, man, and making delicious, tasty French fries. Oh yeah. All right, so we just have a few strips here and there to finish up, and this field will be fully planted. I'm doing a final little pass here, just getting this tiny little strip where we missed some. Seems to be how it always goes. Luckily, Farming Sim doesn't have like double planting, because this would be pretty catastrophic to do, especially with a row crop like potatoes. Double planting would be a pretty bad. So getting our first big old potato plant done today. Very exciting stuff. Look at them rolling hills, man. Iowa looking very pretty. Soon this entire land will be covered in potatoes. I've slowly been realizing that I'm really just gonna need a lot more equipment to make all of this work, just because these fields take so long. I presumably cut out a lot of this since it was just me going back and forth for literally like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. I don't even know, man. I think it should be very nearly done here. I might have one little strip here. Well, where are we here? We got a little strip right here. I think this guy's gonna cover it. I'll probably go get these two. It's like we missed a strip right here. Ooh, I'm gonna miss up these perfect rows. Oh, look at that. That's so ugly. I'm so sorry, everybody, for what I've done. I like my little double wide tractor here. Could upgrade it at some point and put two wheels on the front too, if I wanted to, but I don't know. I'm liking the two in the back. The deer, the John Deere, the potato farmer in his element. When you think Mr. Taters, this is what you should think, brother. And while you're thinking about Mr. Taters, you should also think about pressing that subscribe button. Yeah, we got him, boys. I think I'm experiencing potato-induced madness. You'll have to excuse me. All right, and he should be finishing that up over there. And that is a fully planted field. We have a lot of extra seed. That's my bad. That's my bad. Probably shouldn't be taking this on this road here. Oh, stop! Let me through. All right, I'll drive in a responsible manner. So I'm gonna take this down, barely squeeze this through here. Might actually drop this off in this little bunker right here. There's a couple of cultivators there. There's also a plow, so if we wanted to plow, we could do something, but I'll probably just drop this off in front of the plow and it's fine. I think I'll leave the seed in there for now, might as well. All right, looking good out here too. I can't remember if I can fold this guy up. I think I can. So this guy, I don't even know where I'm gonna put this guy. I suppose I could just put it in the covered garage here. Put my primo backup skills on display. So I think I'll get these guys parked, and I actually did want to go survey out the land a little bit. I'm thinking with the money that we do have that I want to get a little more land started. Thinking that's probably a good idea, and I saw a couple options I think that already had potatoes planted, so I don't even need to worry about using these guys. All right, just got those seed bags moved over there. I think that's fine for now. We'll have more of a formal setup later. What's especially exciting is, as I mentioned, this is actually root crop storage. So once we have some potatoes in the silo, that'll pretty much be our seed dispenser as well. You can see we got a few of these surrounding fields of potatoes. You can see just right there. A few of them growing already, freshly planted. So I was just gonna check out 13. It's a solid 26 acres, almost 27 acres. So it would be a hefty chunk to our farm. If I'm doing this challenge like I'm talking about, which that's the plan, man. I'm gonna need to buy everything anyways, so it's never gonna be a terrible idea to get some of these things purchased, even if Whoo boy, that's kind of a big field. So let's take a look here. Yeah, yield bonus 100%. He already has it fertilized, no weeds or anything. And look at those rows. Looks good to me, man. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't just get this bought since we have the money for it. So 323,000, still have a bit of money left over. Look at that. Already got a whole bunch more land. So we'll just add that to our already gigantic harvest of potatoes. So it's already been such an exciting start. Got what, 1, 2, 3 fields all planted. Got a 4th field bought. This one and that one are both gigantic. Our home one, it was 33 acres. This one's 26, so it's just barely smaller. Then the other ones are 8 and 11. So altogether, we got just shy of about 80 acres of land, which is, whoo boy, that is quite a lot. That's a lot of land to work, especially with the tools that I'm using, man. Whoo boy. I wanted to go look at that little production. It's nothing I'll buy right now, but it looks like the oil mill and the French fry store, which is where you can make those French fries, are both right next to each other. There's like a little town over here, kind of near the vehicle store, so we were already there earlier. Ooh, look at them potatoes and them sunflower right there. Now look at this little town, man. This is very pretty. You got the vehicle store right over there, gas station, looks like a little restaurant over here. That eating area over there looks nice. I would go here, man. Sure, the pink tables are kind of weird, but it's nice to me, man. Big old potato field right in town. This is my kind of place. I like all these fields kind of like right in town. That's cool. Oh, and look at that, French fries. So I'm actually not sure. I realize I'm kind of in the road here. How much would this be, guy? Oh, okay, that's only 40K. That's not too shabby at all. So we can probably get that bought very soon. The only issue being we do need sunflower oil to actually produce French fries. So you can see there's a little like French fry logo right there. On top of that, it looks like there's like a ketchup factory here too. I think you can send your miters there. Yep, ketchup house. One unfortunate part of doing only the potatoes and sunflowers, I'm likely only going to be doing the French fry production. But who knows, later on, if I'm having fun with this and we're like reaching the end of the goal, maybe I'll branch out. Who knows? Goal right now is definitely getting them potatoes spread across the land. Then obviously right here we got our oil mill. This is the other one we will be using just to make sunflower oil because I want to enable the French fries. But yeah, all sorts of good stuff here. Lots of productions along this little strip. Very cool town. Then of course we got the John Deere store. We'll pick up that bag of seeds I neglected to pick up earlier and get on home, man. Very productive first day, very productive March. Planted tons of taters, got the tater empire started. Man, look at his field compared to mine. Those headland passes really do add the ugly factor, man, but they make getting around the field so much easier. Don't make fun of me. Well, good times, beautiful farm, beautiful map. Loving the start of this challenge. So we'll drive on home here. Our beautiful house. You can see, got a few things. Oh, and would you look at that? Look, fresh fruit farmers. What a way to end the day. Productive March, great way to start it. Our potato empire grows. Appreciate y'all watching. If you liked the video, please like it and make sure to subscribe. See y'all in harvest season, man.